The following podcast is a Dear Media production.
Guys, welcome to another episode of Probably a Podcast. I have my dear friends, Brooke and Danielle, here tonight. I just said this to... Was it you or to Margot? I was trying to say, I think it was Margot. I was trying to say your last name. How do you say your last name?
Miccio.
Miccio.
Yes.
Is it Italian?
Yeah. I mean, that's not the...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not, it's
I'm
walking here. It's American Italian. Like, that's not the Italian pronunciation. Like, they would say like Micco or something.
Oh,
but I'm
okay.
like, Miccio is like how like my Italian American family says it. They're like, you know, we're the Miccios.
Miccios.
Like,
Yeah,
you have to meet them together. Like, it's a whole vibe. You have to understand.
You
it.
would
Like,
die to
yeah,
meet
you
your
would love
parents.
them.
Oh,
Danielle,
my
and then
God.
your last name is Carolan.
Yeah,
which I
good
always,
job.
do people think that... you're my friend. But do people think that's your middle name?
Yes, or they think it's my first name. Like, you know when you go to a restaurant and they're like, okay, like, what's your order?
Oh.
They're like, no, your first name. I'm like, or no, not your last name, sorry.
You're like, it is Carolan.
We were saying, like, Brooke and I were saying, like, we have pregnancy brain, but we're not actually pregnant. Like,
Guys,
yeah,
life show
brain.
you could have sympathy pains.
Yeah, we have sympathy brain for you.
The way I want to murder whoever wrote on the internet, something like true story, like husbands can experience sympathy pregnancy symptoms. James was like, did you see that? I go, I will literally.
There's no way.
That's not fair. You don't get to claim
Don't
that.
you
No.
fucking dare. He was like, I wouldn't. But yeah, I was talking about how the last time we had you guys on a podcast, I lived in New York.
Oh my
LA.
God,
my
we
gosh.
saw your
Your
apartment.
apartment was amazing.
I
mean,
hadn't
it was,
met
like,
James
furnished.
yet.
I
I was
know.
leaving to go on that trip the next week or two later.
Yes.
That is so.
Isn't that crazy,
long ago?
creepy?
Holy shit.
And I was
so
saying too that I wrote so many notes because I had met you girls for sure, like many times, but like in
like events
in
and
events
stuff.
and like with friends. I'd gone to like a pregame at Danielle's house and I was like, oh my God, that's so or your house.
Brooks.
Yes.
And I was
Margot's
like, oh my God,
birthday.
that's so nice that she's like, I'm ready to her pregame. And I like got there by myself and I was like, fuck, I don't fucking know anyone yet. And I was like, you guys like eat carrots and stuff. Why are there carrots everywhere? I was like,
Oh, my baby carrots.
I was obsessed with.
you used to take fireball shots and eat baby carrots.
Yes,
right?
and you're like, where am I right now?
No, I was
The
just
fuck?
like, they're fucking into their carrots here.
It was giving college.
It was giving.
definitely
That
giving-
was a college
Pregames
pregame.
should
Yeah.
give college. I don't want
Yeah,
to go to a
you're
nice
right.
pregame.
No, you're so right.
I want to
Like,
go to a
I need
fucking
a solo cup.
pregame. Yeah. Give me a plastic cup and like people shout and stuff.
Do you miss drinking at all in this moment?
I didn't miss drinking literally until I touched down in New York City, and
Like,
I was
let's
like
ride.
at a brasserie with my friends for lunch, and I was like, oh, that white wine looks good. And
Yeah.
I know they say like you can have, and I'm sure at some point in my pregnancy, like I'll have a glass of wine or something, but like
Yeah.
I don't know. I just right now was like, oh God, I'll just not. Like, I'll
Also,
just
when you're
wait.
nauseous, you're like, the last thing I want is
Yeah, I'm too
alcohol.
scared. I'm still on the cusp, you know. I'm still like
for sure.
But anyways, I was saying that I wrote so many notes for you guys,
Yeah.
being like, okay, so like gals on the go. They're doing this. They're doing this. Okay, they started in YouTube. They went to UGA, and now when I was coming here on the way, I was like, fuck, I hadn't written anything down. And then I even like put a question like, anything you guys want to ask? And there's some things that I was like, oh, I'll give the people what they want.
Yeah, I'm
but for the
curious.
most part, these guys are my friends now.
Yeah.
They're just my friends. But I do want to talk to you guys about. So I'm in New York because Yar Girls on tour. Okay.
We are so Shannon. I wish that you could. We put this in our calendar the day you announced it, and we were like, no matter what, we're going.
Seriously.
So, yes.
And you guys have been busy bees, so I really appreciate that.
Oh my God.
I'm excited. I'm a bit nervous just because New York always ends up being, I don't know how it turns out like this, but it always ends up being my first show, and it's the only show I ever have where my famous friends come, and I'm like, fuck. like I just I'm like nervous. I wish it, because you guys know, you're on tour, you get like
Yeah.
a better flow when you're third show, second, even the second
Totally.
show is a
100%.
different show from the first, you know? And I'm like, oh, why is New York always the first?
That happened to us.
And we always get the most nervous for New York too. Like, it's always
Yeah.
like so anxiety inducing for some reason. Because we have
We're
our friends
texting, like,
there. We have our
I
family.
know.
Like, it's a lot.
Don't be here.
Versus the other shows, we're like, I feel like we do a better job.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we're like
Totally.
just looser.
I'm like,
doesn't
Milwaukee, perfect.
Yes, exactly.
It's always like that show. You're like, I slayed that
Yeah,
so
yeah.
hard. But I feel like also you'll know that like all of us there know the vibes and support you,
Yeah.
and it's perfect because
It'll
we've
be
been
good.
there too.
It'll be good.
It's
So
gonna be so
you
fun.
guys are doing your Gals on the Go tour.
Yeah.
I am not gonna yeah.
No, I did not mean it like that. My voice is just gone. So.
No, she's been a trooper. She's been fighting.
Oh, you now have a
through-
voice.
yeah,
And I'm
she's
like,
a
will you do my
voice.
podcast? You're
No,
like,
no,
sure.
no. She fully has a voice. Now you have a voice.
Yeah,
again.
voice
You've
is back.
found
Actually,
your
this
voice.
is my back voice.
Ariel.
We're so back.
We're so back right now.
so back.
Losing your voice is brutal. I lost my voice when I was doing 4 back-to-back podcasts in LA, and they were like podcasts with like, you know, like cool fucking people.
And you had
I was
to, like, be on.
Flew to LA, and I was like that bitch in the Dear Media studio. I was like, do you guys have any tea? Or,
Yeah.
like,
Yes, I need like
they were
some
like,
throat
sure.
coat tea.
Okay, so I'm not going to give too much away about your tour because you guys need to come out to a show it just
that's
like
so nice.
the production behind y'all's show, it's so glamorous. It's so gorgeous.
Wow.
Do you guys
Thank you.
set that up, or do you like do it with your team, or do y'all like create the segments together and then like workshop them? Because it's just like you really, I imagine it's like watching y'all's YouTube. Like you guys are obviously professional YouTubers, so like the edits are always just no, you are like if I vlog, it's like every scene just jumps to the next. Like it's not nice with like sound effects and edits, and y'all's is so
That's nice.
so gorgeous to the eye, so aesthetically pleasing. And I watched clips from y'all's shows, which I still need to get to one, and I'm like, wow, gorgeous. Everything about it is just so glam. Have y'all had fun?
That's so nice, Shannon.
Yeah, that is incredibly nice.
wow.
It definitely like it's I feel like it looks maybe glamorous to the eye, but then like behind the scenes we see we're like change that. Like, we're like, oh my god, we gotta cut that bit. Like it's like we see like the workshop of it.
Right.
So, but maybe when it all comes, I wish we could see it with fresh eyes, like
Joe
from the
record 'em?
audience. What?
No, we recorded one.
Yeah, way long ago. I never even
our
You
watched
should
it.
record another one so you can watch it back.
I know. Did you ever do that?
Yeah, we record all of them because we try to like grab the bits for
the crowd
well, 'cause
work,
comedy,
yeah.
of course.
But like I can understand being like, I don't want to watch that back. Like I don't listen to any of my. Do y'all listen to your podcast back?
Sometimes.
I've started to do that a little bit more, but the live show for some reason, like I feel.
Does it make you icky?
Yes, like watching my facial expressions. Like I'll listen back to my
We're so
podcast, but
animated.
watching myself back, I'm like, ooh, like, that
no,
was
but you
tough.
have to.
Yeah.
You're on
movement.
stage.
Yeah.
You're Broadway.
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah.
No, it's fun though. We did recently, semi-recently, last year, hire someone to help us with everything. She's incredible.
It looks elevated as fuck.
Yeah,
Thank
she
you.
really
No, it's
helped.
amazing.
Like,
we were like, we're investing in this
Yeah.
as a business,
Which
we
is
saw you
nice.
with producer Courtney.
Yeah.
And we were like, all right, we
Boy.
need to up our game.
Producer
so
Courtney.
shout out.
Speaking of like listening back to podcasts, I always say, Courtney, I'm just so sorry. Like, I'm just so sorry that you have to listen to the podcast while you record it. You have to listen to it to edit it, and then you have to like come to my shows. You have to the material because it's stand up, so it's the
True.
same material the whole time, right? It never changes other than crowd work.
Yeah.
You record them, and then I'm like, can we get this clipped out? And then you have to listen. Are you just so fucking tired of me?
She knows everything. She knows
She lies
everything.
and says no.
That's really nice.
Wow,
so
that's
sweet.
very nice. No, we have Lucy and Rocky who like travel with us. Rocky's our DJ. We have a resident DJ.
Oh.
No, we seriously do. That's actually
DJ.
cool.
Yeah,
that's
it's
DJs
sick as
before the
fuck.
It's actually really
It's so
fun.
fun.
It's
Have
such
you
a
ever had
vibe.
guest DJs come in? Like,
No.
She was like a guest DJ at first. That's kind of how she got this
Oh.
job. Like she lived in Florida, so she would like come do the Florida shows. And then we
Okay.
were like, wait. Actually, it was like kind of like our parents collectively were like, you got to keep the DJ.
you
like,
gotta
it's
keep
sick.
the
And
DJ.
we're like,
I mean, that is
really?
fucking sick.
Because
No,
we don't
it's
get to
fun.
see the crowd perspective of like, oh, people actually enjoy it and they're like, getting another drink
Oh,
and
of
having
course.
fun.
Like, night out.
Yes.
We're really serious about our playlist that plays before because
so important.
a lot of venues will love just stick on like top
No.
100 or like maybe even just like what they're into, which is
Rock
a
or
scary
whatever.
time. You never know, Everyone's music taste is different. And Courtney's always
Yeah.
like, we'd like this specific playlist on Spotify. Thank you.
That's genius. No, you have to.
Because the
That's what
vibes
we
have
did.
to be correct before they come out. And you know your audience. You know the
Obviously.
girls.
Yes, and we like really tailor it for each city. Like in
Yeah.
Miami, we were
Nice.
like, give us some of this vibe, some Bad
Yeah,
Bunny, like whatever. it is. In
yeah.
Atlanta, we were doing Migos and rap.
Oh,
like,
wait, cool.
Just like what we
Yeah.
felt like we wanted
Was the
there.
vibe, yeah.
And something that we've recently had Rocky do is like during the show, if like we have a call out, like we talked about Soulja Boy, the next song, like transitioning to the next segment, she started playing it.
Really,
That's
we're
so
high tech.
on
We're
it.
high tech.
Courtney,
This
in
is
the
new.
decks. You're
She's
gonna be
taking notes. This is new, but it's just been so fun to like grow together. And like I think that
Yeah.
was our parents' idea too. Our parents just come to all the
I know,
shows.
they're very
I'm
supportive,
obsessed.
and
They
they'll
give
give
us
us, like their
feedback.
honest feedback.
Yeah.
Right,
Like,
of course.
Feedback.
That's another thing. The first time I transitioned from doing live podcasts to stand up, which was like the most nerve wracking thing ever, was at the Boston show. And that was the show my parents came to. And I was like, dang, they're always the first shows. But it was comforting to have my parents there. And they gave me like
nice.
Yeah,
honest
and
feedback.
Boston is like a great crowd. I feel like a real comedian.
Yeah,
whenever I
yeah,
say
yeah,
that.
it's
I'm
a great
like, oh,
crowd.
No, but actually though, like they
I love-
actually like get into it and like are enthused, which I appreciate.
Okay, since becoming pregnant, nothing, and I mean nothing, is more important to me than my sleep, okay? I am really going to bed quite early, okay? So my bed has become my sanctuary. It kind of always has been, but even more so now. And so let me tell you how important my sheets are to me. Like, they're everything. And if you really, really, really don't want to change the way you guys sleep, then you need to, it's time to upgrade. Okay, you got to upgrade. You know, upgrade to Boll & Branch's 100% organic cotton sheets. Now, outside of me just wanting really amazing, cozy, breathable sheets, James is really serious about just like the fabrics that we surround ourselves with. You know, he's a health nut, and organic cotton is a really incredible thing to sleep on. I just find myself falling asleep faster. It's got this luxurious softness that just like immediately relaxes me. I love it. And you're going to spend every night in buttery, breathable comfort. That's the main thing. Like it's very, very breathable. I feel like that's important with your mattresses as well. And like, honestly, your sheets are on top of your mattress, so they need to be breathable. And you can, this is the craziest part, you can feel the sheets get softer with every wash. And I'm not kidding, that's tried and true. I've had a set of Boll and Branch. I honestly have a couple sets, but I know the one set, because I can tell by the color, that I've had the longest, and they genuinely get softer with every single wash. It's just crazy. And you guys can discover the difference with Boll and Branch's 30-night guarantee. It's incredible. The quality is just immediate, the way you feel it. You guys can notice a difference after you wash them compared to other sheets that I have, older ones. My older ones were kind of like, you kind of like slip and slide off of them. These are just a softness that you kind of just melt into. They're also going to be the perfect foundation for Boll and Branch's airy bed blankets. They've got these like cloud-like duvets and so much more. But like I said before, the best part is the 30-night worry-free guarantee. So you can try Boll and Branch sheets for an entire month. Seriously, you can wash, you can style, you can feel the difference for yourself, and it's all risk-free. If they do not change the way you sleep, baby, you can send them back for a full refund. So now's your chance to change the way you sleep with Boll and Branch. Get 15% off plus free shipping on your first set of sheets at bollandbranch.com/probably. That's bollandbranch.com/probably. BOLLAND branch.com/probably to save 15%. Exclusions apply. See site for details.
I think Boston and Chicago are such great cities, and anywhere that's just overall really fucking cold and desolate.
Yeah, they're so excited.
They're like so happy to be there. Like
let's
Wisconsin's like, let's go.
Seriously.
Like, okay.
We just in Cincinnati, they were lit.
I-
They were ready for
They
the
were
gals.
so
Yeah.
on
Someone
line.
had a sign. It was like, gals, like, let's get drinks tonight. Like that.
Gals,
Like, what?
I do miss drinking on tour.
I know.
Yeah. I miss.
It's really fun.
I think my mom was like, "Have you ever done one of your shows sober?" I was like, "Great reminder and terrible reminder." No, never have.
At least this is like different. This is like true stand-up comedy, because your shows before were like comedy, but like also kind of based around your podcast, right?
Yeah, they just
We
had
didn't see it
segments. Like
before.
they were just like a little bit of stand-up, but mostly they were like really funny confessions.
Yeah,
like,
now
like
this
cool
is nice.
stuff. Now it's just me up there talking.
I cannot wait. I can listen to you talk forever.
No, seriously. I have so many questions about writing the freaking
This
comedy.
isn't about me. It's about you.
I know,
it's a
but I'm like,
convo.
selfishly, we have you here. No, but like,
While we have
you, like, are you like writing the comedy? Like, I just come to you in the shower and you're like, I gotta write this out.
This is actually a funny story. I don't know if I have
Working
said this on the
bits.
podcast before, but we just did a tour podcast. So maybe I've said this before, but basically I keep a running notes of things in my head that I think are funny that I can like, and it's like a ton, right? And then when Courtney and I sit down to do the writing, to where I like write the jokes and bounce them off of her, and then she's like, that doesn't hit that way. Maybe you could do it this way. I'm like, great idea. And then I sit there and write the whole like stand-up routine. There's this time where I was like, Courtney, I've got it. I was like, this list is, but I was like, this shit is gonna be. And one thing about Courtney, thank God, she's not gonna lie to me. If something's not funny, she's like, that doesn't hit that way, do it this way. I go through this whole list, and I knew as I was saying the things, I was like, that's not even fucking funny. And I was like, okay, hold on, next one is da-da-da-da. And I was like, looking at her, and she's like, and I'm like, fuck, that's not funny either. And then I went through the whole list, and I go, wow, all of these are shit. And she was like, do you have anything else? And I was like,
No more material.
no, I've got nothing else. I was like, okay, we can be funny. I can be funny. Hold on.
You're so funny.
And so, yeah, sometimes you just flop. Like sometimes you have a whole list of notes that you kept a running list of. And so then I created a literal another note, and the title of the note is better, in all caps, better stand up.
Stop.
I was like,
that's
none of that was funny, but like it's just like random
Yeah.
things. And even in here, I'll find stuff in here that I'm like, that's not that funny. Like,
But at the time, maybe it was.
at the time, I thought I could workshop it and make it. But yeah, we basically just like, I think of a million things, and then you have to think, how can I tie it all together? Because some comedians bounce from joke to joke to joke.
Yeah.
I like mine to flow, but I'm more of a conversationalist storyteller.
Totally.
Is my style. So I find it harder to do like, knock, knock, who's there? And the next joke is like, the next joke is like, oh, I went to this table one time. Like, And me, to me, it doesn't make sense. It needs to flow. So that's hard too. You have to like find the transitions that
and
connect.
you're such a good storyteller, I have to say. Like
we were watching the one you posted on Instagram this weekend about being a chuckle fucker.
Yes.
And I loved how
my
there was
in-laws
like
messaged me about that one.
Oh God.
Yes. Love that they follow.
I love your son.
Your prior life was really interesting.
We get those messages sometimes too, like from the parents. We're like, oh wow, I forgot they follow.
Oh yeah. Whoops.
Hi. I'm like half naked sometimes.
What's do you guys still? Did your demographic grow with you? Like they're all your age girlies.
Yeah.
Now of course they're holding signs to say let's drink, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
You're like, yeah. Actually, they definitely
you
grew
inspire
up with
me,
you.
gals. Like,
Gals.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
Do you think you have like high school girlies?
God, hope not.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Like I don't
You're
think
listening
so.
to this. Turn it off.
Literally turn it off. Not for you.
I don't think so. I actually have to tell this story. You guys
Please.
you're gonna crawl out of your chair. You're gonna melt. You're gonna melt into your chair and want to just exit the building. Okay, so I'm in Miami. James and I go for a little getaway. This is
recent.
Yeah,
I
very
actually wanted to hear about this
is 2
trip.
weekends
by the
ago.
way.
I mean, the trip was fabulous. This part horrible. I go to this mall, this shopping center. I forgot what it's called. Bell Harbor.
It's lovely
Ball
there.
Harbor.
Yeah.
So it's like
Bougie.
open air,
Yes.
very gorgeous, and there's this little like very bougie, chic little like sushi restaurant up top. I ate sushi while I'm pregnant, by the way. So
Yeah.
I don't know the rules, so I'm not judging you. I don't know the rules.
whatever.
So,
I was like, but I'm not showing either, so I don't think anyone's like judging me being like, big old belly eating sushi, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm like at this little spot. I'm eating my sushi. I'm having my sparkling water, and I'm sitting at the bar because I didn't want to sit at a table by myself.
Yeah.
And this woman comes up to me. She's, I don't know, maybe 38, 35. I don't want to say her age. She was fabulous.
It's hard to know these days.
Who
Truly.
knows?
I know.
I only say that because her daughter was 10 or 11. Okay, had to be 10 or 11.
Okay.
And maybe I just blew my load too soon because I might have just told this part of the story. But she basically comes up to me and she's like, "Hi, I don't mean to bother you." I was like, "Oh, you're fine." She was like, "I follow you on Instagram." She was so sweet. She was like, "Just wanted to say like, love your content, love you, like your posts about Israel are so like appreciative." She was so nice, and I was like, "Oh my God." She was like, "Do you mind if I bring my?" I mean, we talked for a second. And I was like, "You're so sweet. Oh my God, no, it's so nice to meet you. Thanks for coming in and saying hi." And she's like, "Do you mind if I bring my daughter over to take a picture with you?" And I was like, "Sure." And I had the thought, your daughter?
Yeah,
How
why aren't we
could your-
taking one together?
No, I just thought you couldn't have a daughter that was old enough to be a fan of me.
Oh my God.
I literally thought that because she just did not look like an older
Yeah,
woman. She wasn't in her like 40s or 50s. And so I was like, I was like, sure. She brings her daughter over. Her daughter is no older than 10. And like
God.
braces, like you're like a true sweet little 10-year-old. And I'm like, I say off the bat, I go, gosh, I was like, because she was like, this is Gabby, say hi. And I was like, hi. I was like, oh my goodness, she probably has no idea who I am. And the mom, you could just tell, I think maybe the mom wanted to take a photo with me or didn't, but she just thinks like, I'll have my daughter take a photo with her. That would be a sweet thing to do. And she was like, no, she loves TikTok and all that. And I was like, the daughter really doesn't know who I am.
The most recent post.
This 10-year-old has no idea who I am, and it's very clear. And the girl, the little sweet girl, she's like, hi, and I'm like, hi, Gabby. I'm like, hey, girl, and she's so like, nice hi, and she's like, we talk for a second, and the little girl, as we would be if we were a 10-year-old, she's like, mom, like you can just tell, right? And so I'm like, let's get this moving. So I was like, let's get a picture, and we go to take a photo. You guys, the mom is like, I'm smiling, so I'm not looking at the daughter, right? She's like, smile, Gabby, smile. And then I look over and the girl's like this. And I'm like, oh no. And
she's
I'm
embarrassed.
Like, it's okay. And she was like, it's not funny, Gabby. Smile for the photo.
It's not funny?
And I was like, no. I was like, it's fine. I was like, you don't have to take this picture. It's okay. And then, oh my gosh, she was like, seriously, smile. And I was like, oh my God. Like, I was like, it's okay. I was like, you know what? Like, let's just take a selfie, all three of us. And the daughter's like, and then we take a selfie, and then the daughter just straight up says, like, I don't know who she is, Mom. And I was like, I know. I
You did not need to say that out loud. I'm very aware.
But I was just like watching this in real time. Like it's fine because like I didn't anticipate this little girl knowing who I was.
No,
but like
of
just
course.
watching the angst of this 10-year-old girl be like, you're embarrassing me with this weird girl who I don't know. Like, oh my God, I wanted to die.
Oh my God.
Why wouldn't she didn't want to have the 10-year-old take the picture of her and you instead?
I don't know, but I wanted to die. But that
so
woman was so
scary.
nice. And when I left, she was like, thank you so much. I was like, absolutely. And she
Anytime.
probably said, we did shit like that when we were 10. Like, Mom, come on.
100%.
Okay, guys, it's a new year, new me, and I've promised myself that I'm going to be better at staying hydrated. It's hard for me because I just don't gravitate towards water all day, so I really need my water to work for me, and that is great because I have Gatorade Hydration Booster, which I love, 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 because it's going to help me maintain my resolution. All right, now Gatorade Hydration Booster is amazing for just your day-to-day, right? Like all day we need to be drinking water, and this is going to make it more interesting. Maybe you're doing dry January, okay? God bless you if you are, and if you are, then you can make your water a little bit more interesting because the flavors are amazing. My personal favorite is the tropical mango, and you just know that it's hydrating you. It's packed with essential vitamins too, but you know it's hydrating you while also tasting delicious, okay? Now, like I said, it's packed with essential vitamins. It's got A, C, B3, B5, and B6, amazing. And it's formulated especially for like all day, always on hydration, okay? We need to be gravitating to this. I'm talking to myself. We need to be reaching for that water, and we need to make sure that we have Gatorade Hydration Booster in it because it's got this advanced blend of electrolytes, okay? Now, what's cool about their electrolytes is it's derived from watermelon, sea salt, and other sodium and potassium salts, which I love. And the best part is there are no artificial flavors, no artificial sweeteners, and no added color. So that is just amazing in comparison to a lot of other brands out there. Honestly, I used to drink Liquid IV, but Gatorade Hydration Booster just has so much less sodium, sugar, and calories than Liquid IV. So like I said, I just feel really good drinking it all throughout the day. Okay, it's not just like a one-time thing. I just drink it all day, pop it in my water. It's amazing. I just think it's great. So if you want to put your water to work with Gatorade Hydration Booster, check it out. They have so many flavors. It's delicious, and it's going to keep you nice and hydrated and help me stick to my New Year's resolution.
Moms are always like doing shit that is low-key embarrassing.
I know.
You could be
totally.
as cool as you think you are. Like my friend Jenica, she has a 18-year-old daughter.
I'm obsessed with that.
Yeah.
love
You guys
that.
do.
Yeah.
And Jenica's like, there was a time where we were like the coolest thing to ever exist to Annika, her daughter.
Yeah.
And I do still think that Annika like thinks like we're, because Jenica's friends with like a lot of really cool people.
Yeah.
And so she's like, Shannon, I can't say enough though. At the end of the day, we are still her mom's friends. I was like,
stop.
yeah, huh? Yeah, and she was like, we could literally be on a billboard. We could be on Call Her Daddy. We could be in Times Square. She's like, at the end of the day, you gotta remember, we're her mom's friends. And I was like, yep.
No,
Damn, that
so
hits.
right. Even Kim Kardashian, she was talking about
How North is like, loser.
Yes. Like even Kim fucking Kardashian is getting humbled by her kids.
100%.
Which the new season of Kardashians, by the way, have you guys watched?
I haven't watched. I need to.
So good. I kind of fell off.
actively watch?
I fell off for many seasons, and I heard this one was good. I don't know if it's just hitting for me right now, but I'm
It's like a
loving
comfort
it.
show, I'm sure.
It's comfort, and also just like, you know how North was Simba or whatever,
Yeah,
the Lion
yeah.
King, they talk about behind the scenes and how Kim was like literally so nervous. She was like, I don't know if this
Oh,
is
I
good.
do like seeing that kind of stuff.
Yeah, like it's very interesting.
I'm just so perpetually online that I like consume the clips and then I'm like, saw the episode and I forget
too.
that I
You
need
think
to
you
like.
did, but I promise there's more. Because I've just been watching more TV recently.
I need to watch more TV. Actually,
so fun.
No, I don't. I've done nothing but I don't know why I just lied to you
Have
guys.
you been watching
What
TV?
do you watch? What
That's all
type
I
of
do.
TV?
What
What type
We've
of
been
TV?
talking about TV a lot
Yes.
lately.
So I've been watching a lot of Suits. I've never seen Suits before.
Oh.
It's good. It's the Meghan Markle of it all is really interesting because
Yes.
you're just like, no, not this bitch having a sex scene. Like
Not
this
you
is
being
crazy.
royal.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not you being a royal as fuck, but
Yeah.
she's a great actress and God,
I haven't seen.
so pretty.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
really pretty. I mean the show's good, the characters are good. It's a really long show. It's got like 7 seasons,
love
9
that, though.
seasons. Yeah, so it's just easy
lock
when I'm just
in.
like rotting on the couch like
Obviously.
really nauseous. I'm like I can just like flick it on and like mindlessly watch it. But James
Yeah.
and I just finished Mad Men, which is an older show.
So
but
isn't that similar vibes to Suits, or am I so off?
no, it's not correct. They're based in an office
Just
the whole
business
time.
energy.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
a time period. It was like a lot of
60s.
yeah.
It was in the 60s, so that's what's majorly different
Different,
about it. But
yeah.
it's really cool. We just finished it, literally the season finale yesterday. I
Do
need
you
to watch
watch
some new
reality
stuff.
TV?
Severance. You need to watch Severance.
Oh yeah, I'm watching that.
No,
right
I'm
now.
telling
Is it
you.
creepy?
It's like eerie.
It makes me anxious, I will say.
Yeah, it definitely is. So I don't know. Actually,
so
maybe I
maybe-
don't know if that's your vibe right now. But
Do you find like what you watch before you sleep affects your sleep, or are you like I can watch whatever?
not really. But I'm not watching like deep horror.
James
like, you
can
know.
watch literally whatever. Like last night we were trying to watch the new season of 1923, and there was, I'm not kidding, 3 rape scenes, and I was like, I
I can't do
can't
this.
watch this. And he
It's-
was like, it's a show. I was like, I don't care. I'm about to
Yeah.
fall asleep.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
want to
that's a
see
lot.
this. And he's like, okay. But you're very into your morning routine, so it's like,
Yeah.
does that? What time do you go to bed?
Oh, late. Like 12.
12?
Yeah.
That shocks me.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
she's
I
not an early
know.
riser,
I'm
though.
not.
Like, I mean, not like a 5 a.m.
She's
club.
up before me. No, I'm definitely like a 7:38 girl.
I don't like that. That's fine.
Oh, okay.
That
great.
makes us feel better. But, you know, in this city, we feel like we're fucking losers.
We
so
wake up
waking
and everyone's been to Tracy Anderson already. And I'm like,
they've already lived an entire day before
And
my eyes crack open at 7.
I'm sure there's something really like great about that. And if I got into that routine, I'd be like, I can't live my life. And people say after you have kids that they love waking up early because they like being awake before the kids.
I see
Yeah.
that on TikTok,
I
like the
could
mom's
see
morning in my life.
that. But
You'll
right
probably
now,
adapt to that.
I'm not interested.
No.
I don't set an alarm, and I go to sleep so early. Like we go to sleep, like
what
my
time?
eyes are closed at 10 p.m.
Is that because,
Wow.
like, of James? Is he super regimented like that?
Yeah, James.
So you're like, all right.
I had to have a conversation with him because I think being in the space he is in, he was getting really consumed with wanting to be like, and he's just not. He's someone that really has to sleep a long time. I can function
Yeah.
fine off of. Not right now being pregnant, but like
No, yeah.
beforehand, I'd be fine functioning off 6.5, 7 hours of
Yeah.
sleep. And he really needs 8 hours. And there's nothing wrong with that. He works his dick off working out. He works so hard with his job. Like, you need 8 hours, babe. It's not a big deal. And he was like trying to force himself to be this 5 a.m.er. And I was like, you don't like it. And he was like, I would catch him sometimes be like, you know, when I wake up at 5 a.m., I'm like, don't feel the need to say that. And
Yeah.
he's like, but like I do sometimes. And I'm like, I know, but you hate it. So like
Yeah.
just be the guy that wakes up when you want to wake up. You work for yourself. You set your hours. You work from literally 9 to 5 every day, 9 to 6. He actually, his last call's at 6, so he gets off at 6:30. So I'm like, what is the harm in waking up at
True.
7:30? And he's like, yeah, nothing.
You're right.
Like,
You're so
yeah,
right.
it's just, but I know what you mean. New York's a different beast.
Yeah.
I feel late all the time because I wake up at like 7:30, whatever. But then if I have something at 9, like I'm like, I don't have enough time to like do all the things I want to do before I have to be out of the house. If we're like going to be out all day,
I
like
need a
doing like
morning.
recordings and meetings or whatever it is, which for such a first world problem. I know people who like work a corporate job are like, bitch, I wake up at 5, I work out, I do like, that's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
my
no,
journey. It's
listen,
not my
I'm
journey.
sure-
But
I'm
like,
sure people do.
You know,
I'm sure people
that
do.
life is not. I'm not meant to be that girl though.
You don't
like,
have to
you
be.
know,
You just
That's
don't
the
have to be.
thing.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm like already getting up a lot in the middle of the night, and I know they say, which that's actually comforting to hear. I heard Jackie say it to Claudia on the toast. She was like, "Your body's preparing you to wake up many times in the middle of the night," and I was like, "Oh, okay." When you put it like that,
True.
I can be less like annoyed at waking up in the middle of the night to pee, waking up in the middle of the night because I just woke up in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
I'm about to be up a lot, but I'm like, yeah, but right now I don't have this like gorgeous baby in my arms, like. Even if it was
Yeah.
crying or whatever, I'd still be like, my baby. Right now, I'm just waking up because my bladder's fucking full.
Yeah.
I'm waking up because I like toss and turn and my tailbone hurts or some shit.
How many times are we talking?
So I slept through the night. I never peed in the middle of the night my whole life. Like literally my whole life. I never. I
wow.
just stayed perpetually dehydrated.
No, that's
But,
literally me. We're the same.
Yeah, you guys are tanks over
like,
here.
Taylor
You don't pee a
pees
lot?
No, now.
Well, now you
yes,
do,
of course.
but before?
no, I just didn't drink water. I don't think I needed it. I don't think my body needed it. James was always like, "You're literally a camel," and I'm like, I don't know. I just don't
That's
fucking
so
know.
guys are
mean.
the
We
same.
she will pee 4 to 5 times in the span that I'll pee maybe once.
Yeah, Taylor too.
seriously.
Yeah.
Taylor too. And every time I would pee, yellow as fuck. Like,
Dehydrated
I would be
queen.
looking at that like, yeah, a bitch needs to drink more water, but I don't
Little
care.
neon yellow.
So yeah. Anyways, I wake up now like two times, but after I go to the bathroom, I find it hard to go back to sleep because I never did it before. So when I wake up, I'm like, I'm awake. What? And then I'm like, oh yeah, go back to sleep. And my brain just doesn't shut the fuck off. Like I was telling Taylor the other day, I was like, I woke up in the middle of the night, I went to pee. Okay, I literally just closed my eyes, went to the bathroom, peed. I got back in bed, my head laid down. I go, because I'm too messy and I'm too. And I was like, for fucking what? For literally
Where did
what?
that come
I
from?
pray to God at night. I literally pray. I'm like, please help me go back to sleep. Please let me. I'm literally just talking to God, being like, come on, dude.
Because you can't take
please."
melatonin or anything, right?
You
That's
can,
like-
but I
don't know.
There's
I don't know. I
Unisom.
just assume that there's rules.
There are, but Unisom
Probably.
is like a great sleeping pill that everyone swears by
Oh,
when you're
okay.
pregnant. But I feel really, I already have no energy when I wake up, so I feel really groggy when I do
get
take
that.
that. But I mean, yeah, it's just like, do you wake up in the middle of the night to pee?
All the time.
That's crazy.
But then I literally zombie walk back to sleep.
yeah, that's nice.
I know.
Do you
So what-
flush?
But not.
Do you flush? I don't.
Oh my
I
God,
do
can we
not.
actually talk about this? Because I've
I
been
don't.
sharing hotel rooms with people recently.
Yeah.
Including you.
Is that proper etiquette to not flush? Like I think
In the middle of the
it is
night, I think
proper
you're
etiquette.
etiquette to flush.
Yeah.
To not, but when we were in Cabo with Katie and Margot, I was sharing a room with Katie, and I like don't know her vibes. Like I know for you, I'm like, okay, Brooke and I are comfortable. Like I don't have to flush, but with Katie,
Yeah.
I didn't know, and so I flushed, and then I noticed the next morning. This is so gross.
that she didn't flush. flush.
that she didn't flush. And I was like, fuck.
Handshake emoji.
Yeah, I was like, okay, so noted. So then the next night I didn't flush.
It's so crazy to be in like, even Taylor and I, we are literally sisters.
Yeah.
Like we just walked into this hotel room that we're staying together, and I'm like, what side do you want? You can have whatever side you want, by the way. I don't care, whatever side you want. And she also has like 3 kids at home and like a husband who's like snoring. And I'm like, I want her time away to be like nice and sacred. So I'm like,
really
whatever
nice
you
of
want,
you.
by the way. And she's like, it's your tour, whatever you want, dude. And I was like, why are you being fucking weird? And I'm like,
stop being weird.
I'm like, I just whatever, I don't mean to be in your space, so.
Do you have a side you like on the bed?
Whatever's close to the bathroom now, bitch. Like
Me too.
God.
didn't have to think about that before.
Oh, but it wasn't like that before.
No, I would specifically give like James because he's up in the middle of the night hydrated as fuck. Now, who doesn't love the good things in life? One thing about me, I love the nice things. Now, even though I enjoy a little luxury, it doesn't mean that I can always afford it. You guys know this is a finance podcast, okay? So I discovered Quince. Quince is now my new go-to for luxury essentials at affordable prices because Quince is going to offer a range of high-quality items at prices that are within reach, baby. Like, you can still wear luxury while also not breaking the bank. So they've got amazing things like 100% Mongolian cashmere sweaters. That's right, from $50. Do you hear that? $50. Washable silk tops and dresses, you guys. It's the mecca of luxury. It's just amazing. And they're going to have organic cotton sweaters and 14 karat gold jewelry. But the best part about it is all Quince items are priced 50 to 80% off, less than similar brands. And they're able to do this by partnering directly with top factories. So Quince is going to cut out the cost of the middleman and pass the savings on to you. And really, Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices and premium fabrics and finishes. I love that. Like, I love to know that they're using safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices. Like, not every company does that. I love my Mongolian cashmere sweaters. I have like the boat neck version in this gorgeous blue color. So give yourself the luxury you deserve with Quince. Go to quince.com/probably for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/probably to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/probably.
Danielle, you're gonna pee so much when you're pregnant.
No.
I'm so scared.
I can't wait for when you're pregnant and you have to be all the time.
Do you guys remember? This is a core memory for me, and like honestly, like a jarring and traumatic childhood memory. Finding out that Nick Jonas had diabetes.
100%.
Do you remember he was like
The song?
black and
What
white
song was that?
videos?
Yeah, it was a music video.
But he was like, we found out because he's like, Nick always had to pee on tour, and we were like, you gotta stop pee because it's a symptom of no, you don't have diabetes.
my health anxiety.
It's like no. It's when it happens to kids a lot, and they find out children have diabetes. It's an early onset like sign. Like if they're peeing all the time without drinking a ton of water.
Oh, I drink a lot. Okay.
I don't know why that is a symptom, but it is. And then that's how they found out. And I remember always being like, if one of my friends was peeing a lot, I'd be like, do you have diabetes?
Oh my
like,
God.
also, why as kids did we think like diabetes meant they were gonna die?
No,
because no one taught us any different, so we were like, diabetes.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, he's not.
Diabetes.
All right,
Like, not
Jonas.
Nick.
Like, no.
Not Nick.
No, we were all like, like I feel like I like started a fundraising campaign, like not actually, but I do
100%.
feel like
I definitely wore a purity ring for those fuckers.
The purity ring, like there was so much lore with that.
They make so many good jokes about it now. Like I think,
I know.
not Nick, but Joe, not
Joe.
Joe. Yeah,
Kevin?
no,
Oh.
Joe. Joe recently was like, you think your childhood was hard? You didn't have to walk around with a ring that said you were a virgin, like to everyone. And I was like, that's funny.
Do you think they
Yeah,
actually
that's
were though? Like, do we actually believe that?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I've heard that they weren't. I mean, like
I don't think
they,
so.
that was the same time that like Miley Cyrus was on the
Yeah,
I
rise.
feel like they
yeah.
had fun together. Like,
Yeah,
that's what I
fun
like, like Hillary Duff. Like, I feel like
backstage.
they had a little fun.
Yeah,
I
no.
feel so grateful
Guys,
that we were alive during
100%
that time.
they were fucking.
Okay, all right.
yeah.
Just
Obviously.
making sure.
They were fucking.
Were you a Hannah Montana girl? Or what was your show? Or were you Nickelodeon or Disney? We always talk about this.
I was a Nickelodeon girl.
Me
So was-
too.
I was.
And I feel as though that makes sense for us. Like,
Yeah.
I do.
I love Disney. I really did. We lost Disney Channel. This is weird. We lost cable like channels at a time, and my parents didn't care enough to upgrade it. And
Yeah.
Disney went kind of early, so I became
So
by
you're like,
default.
all right.
But I think I was always more of a Nickelodeon girl.
I would have
I
said
loved-
that for you too.
I love Disney Channel movies, original movies.
Oh my
but
God,
Yeah.
of course, Smart House. and
yeah,
all
like those. But Nickelodeon.
Yeah,
Nickelodeon was
that
cool.
makes sense.
I
feel like-
recently found out that my boyfriend was a Cartoon Network kid, and my life has never been the same. I'm like,
Wait,
I
that
feel,
makes
no,
sense,
no, it's
though.
like dark. Like I'm like, this is like a dark thing. Like I
Yeah.
don't know why.
I
Like,
worked
that
through
doesn't make
this.
sense.
No.
Wait, it actually does make sense to me. I feel
it
like
does.
Dexter's Lab.
No. Do you know any girls that were Cartoon Network people?
Of course,
No.
and it was like the personality, like they, like
Yeah,
their cartoons
so
are
true.
different. Like the
Yeah, like I used to get really scared by Cartoon Network shows.
Totally.
Cowardly.
Yes, Courage the
Cowardly Dog. Were you a Cartoon Network kid?
Oh my God.
Courtney was definitely a Cartoon Network.
She's nodding.
I used to be at the kitchen the breakfast. We had like a TV in our kitchen where we would like, it was like tiny little screens.
Oh, yes,
and
the
we
kitchen
would
TV.
like sit, and we would have to take turns because there's 3 of us. My sister honestly didn't care. She's like off doing whatever. Me and my brother would be sitting there eating cereal, and I'd be like, Mom, please, I don't want to watch Ed, Ed and Eddie anymore.
Oh my God, Ed and Eddie.
And she'd be like, Dylan, let your sister watch Nickelodeon. And I'd be like, please, I don't want to watch Courage the Cowardly Dog anymore. They were always kind of freaky. Oh,
No, they were
then
so weird.
My brother would leave Cartoon Network on, and I'd go turn his TV off, Adult Swim. That shit was freaky as fuck. Always aliens with titties and stuff. I'd be walking around like, what am I watching?
I never got there.
Adult Swim.
I saw something on the TV.
Like Cartoon Network After Dark.
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard
No,
of
like
it.
I feel like that, like Family Guy, like they would put like the raunchy, like adult
adult commercial.
Yeah,
And then there's, like, Nick at Night.
cartoons. Yeah, but that was still clean.
That was
like
PG.
George
Yeah.
Lopez.
Yeah,
and,
George
like,
Lopez was like, this is Nick at Night.
My God.
whatever.
No, my God. That was the show of my childhood. Like,
George Lopez.
Really?
yeah, and Everyone Loves Raymond. Was that on Nick at Night?
You're a little older than us, Shannon. I don't know.
No, maybe.
Wait, not me dating myself.
I didn't get on the
you guys?
Raymond
I never
train.
watched Raymond. I'm 27.
I'm 26.
27, 26. Okay, I have to do the people justice. There were a couple questions that I was like, I know the answers to these, but we need to ask. Okay, so I feel like the last podcast we did talk about y'all's time at UGA. I do love that you guys are dogs.
Yeah.
Like, go dogs.
Remember when you like first moved here?
And I went to that.
Yes, she came to the Georgia bar with me, Ryan, and some other people.
It was so fun.
You were
Oh
so
my
real for
But
that.
I'm an SEC girly.
It was so cool of you.
But my dad was like not about me because I put on, I don't even wear red, but I had
wore
this
red
like
and black.
red Prada top that was honestly a sleigh. And I put it on, and my dad, I was like, I'm going to a Georgia game. He's like, why? He's like, well, are you wearing red? And I was like, yeah.
No, it
He's
gets
like,
serious.
Oh.
And she was like buying us all shots. She was being so
Oh,
cool.
you probably were so. Danielle's like
my friend Shannon. No, I felt so fucking cool that day.
Shut the fuck up.
Wait, I have a confession.
Oh.
Not a confession,
I'm
but
ready.
like something we've never talked about. You know what I'm gonna say.
Okay,
What?
I'm ready.
Do you know what I'm gonna say?
I
I'm like
don't know.
so
There's a lot of
embarrassed
things
about it
we're
to this
back-
day. Do you know what I'm saying?
No.
I don't. This was not. I know. What should I say?
What?
It's just like so embarrassing. So remember the day? You probably remember when we went to Balthazar. You and I.
Yes.
We went and
Yeah,
sat in
yeah,
the bar.
yeah.
Whatever. I don't know if this was before or after we went to the dogs bar. I can't remember. It was
You guys
around
have
that
been
time.
out, like having a series
were
of
having
days.
play dates.
Yeah.
Danielle was one of the only people I felt comfortable messaging when I lived in
Yeah.
New York. Everyone is so busy here, and,
Yeah.
and I was really only friends with the influencers, and I didn't want anyone to feel like I was like clinging or trying to like leech and
Yeah.
be weird. And you were the only person that I was like, I think she likes me too. So
Yeah,
I think
I
can
did
call-
like you.
I think I can
And
call
we
her.
were. It was like football. You were like, hey, like you literally said, like I think you're like if you're daydreaming for football, like I'd love to
my
join. And I
God.
was. So it was perfect.
right.
Like
Well, when I moved here.
you did.
Okay, you're right.
You're 3 months today.
I think everyone was like, amazing. And then no one calls you. And so
Yeah.
you really are just like alone. And I lived alone. I didn't have a roommate because I was
yeah.
old. So I was like, I'm not getting a roommate. And it was like, I would always say, I know this is what New York is supposed to make you, but like it was really lonely.
No, I get it. I
So
definitely felt
I would
that
always,
way.
but I didn't want to like invite myself ever. But I was always like, if you're going somewhere, if you're, I could come. And then I'm like,
No, I really liked it because it was like you actually meant it. Because you never know when people are like, let's hang when I'm here. Like,
Yes, you need to
Shannon
kind of
means
pursue
I
it.
meant
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
I meant it.
so-
So,
Okay,
confess.
so back to
going,
Balthazar.
no, it's literally like so dumb, but like I was so embarrassed. So it was that day, and I was with Ryan earlier that day, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to lunch with this girl Shannon. He was like, oh, who is she? And I was like, oh, she's an influencer. And I was like, I think she actually like first became famous because she went on a reality show.
True.
And I was like, but I've never seen it. Whatever. Like, let's look it up.
No.
Do you remember this?
No.
Maybe. Okay, this is great then. So
No,
then
also cringe.
So I went on YouTube, and I'm so sorry I did this, but I was like, I literally have never seen it. Like, so I was showing Ryan, I was like, okay, like very Cavalier Sharon Ford. So we
We like
watched
bawling my eyes out or something.
it was you were like setting up
Compilation?
jewelry or something. I don't even know. It was like a random episode, and so we were just watching a little bit, whatever.
Just to get a visual.
Just to get a visual. I was like,
Right?
this
Yeah.
is her. That was it.
Yeah, okay.
So then later that day, you and I are sitting at the bar. So like we were sitting next to each other and we were talking. I mean, it was a great time. We were at Balthazar. You knew everyone there. Again, I felt very cool.
Yeah,
I
how
do love
you know
Balthazar.
every- you just
Yeah.
know the
It's the only
people.
place I went.
Yeah, it's the best place.
had to know me.
Yeah, they knew her. They were bringing her champagne. It was. I loved it. I tried, which you were
Snails.
really mad about. I tried snails, and Brooke was so
I will never
upset.
forgive her for this.
Why?
This bitch is the
So much happened that
the
day.
pickiest eater I've ever met in my entire
I
life.
thought you were like an activist. I was like,
Oh,
No,
no,
I don't
no.
think snails have like.
Snails deserve rights.
No.
I was like, oh God.
I speak up for snails.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
No more
Stop
snail
munching
music.
on those bitches.
Yeah.
She's so picky. Like
so-
I'm telling
like
you,
with
like
seafood, stuff like
every
that.
time we like, I'm like, is it okay with you, Danielle?
Yeah.
Like I'm so
Listen,
sick and tired
Brooke,
of this.
I
the
am that
devil
person.
couldn't reach me, so he sent me all best friends who just like chicken tenders and French fries.
Oh,
like
wow.
that is my life. I am destined to just only be surrounded by people in my life that just
Sinful eaters
that
unite.
just want like regular food, and I'm like, should we get the escargot dripped in caviar guts? And they're
Yeah.
like, no. I'm like,
No,
okay.
literally.
Okay,
Well,
so you
we're basically
Okay,
at
yeah.
that
So,
level.
but Brooke
Okay,
was mad
okay.
because she was like, "What the heck, Shannon gets you to eat escargot?" I was like, "Yes."
Yeah, and you were like, yeah, actually
Actually,
she's
she
really
did.
cool. Yeah,
She did get me to eat the escargot.
that is, if you're a picky eater, that is fucking crazy. Right?
No,
That-
it's crazy.
She jumped.
I was
to
like,
level
okay,
100.
and honestly, it wasn't that bad.
She
But
won't
I
even
wouldn't.
eat sushi. She won't eat like
No, I'll eat a California roll.
that. Doesn't
Snails
count,
is
but-
crazy.
Yeah.
No, Shannon, you did something. different,
That's
okay?
crazy.
Were you like, oh, let's order snails and dinner? I was like, sure, yeah, of course I do all the
She was
time.
like, yeah, no, I think I said I was like, I've never tried. I don't think I don't know.
Most people have never tried it, so
Yeah. So then this is like so worked up for
Okay,
nothing.
okay.
But so I looked that up, whatever. We were talking about Cody Co or something, like someone, and I was like, oh, let me show you on YouTube. So I pull up, you're looking at my phone because I'm showing you my phone. My last search was Shannon
Didn't
Ford.
see it.
Very cavallary.
wow, then this
Didn't
is a
see
deep
it.
confession for nothing. She's
Shannon.
been literally
This is a
rent
deep
free. She's like,
confession for
I just think
nothing.
she hates me.
I
No,
was so
don't
embarrassed.
you-
I immediately was like, this.
Anyway, never saw it. But you know, that's like really funny when that stuff happens. I have an embarrassing story like that.
So embarrassed. I felt
That's
so
not-
bad.
no, never
I've
saw
had that
it.
happen before with Google. and
Also,
you're
if
searching.
someone, if I would have, I'm trying to think of how I would have reacted. I would have just been like, oh, she was looking up that show.
Well, I think I did say in that moment, like, oh, I was showing Ryan your video. And you were like, oh, I didn't even see it. But I thought for sure you saw it.
No, I really didn't, and forgot about it.
And
so.
I love this. Well, I just feel free. I feel
Now you
10
feel
pounds lighter.
Overthinkers, feel free.
Really-
I mean,
oh,
seriously.
I'm such an overthinker.
Yeah.
So no worries
Wow.
if not.
And this is literally 3 years, like one
it on
little
the
blip on
headstone.
screen, and she's been thinking about
I've
this.
been thinking about this forever,
Since.
Shannon. I was like, oh my God, she's going to think I was like watching like highlight reels of like her being shitty. Like, I don't even know.
Okay, let's be honest. All right, we all have a million things that we got to worry about every day. So many things. Getting in a good workout should not be one of them. Now, welcome Tonal to the conversation, okay? Tonal will pick the perfect weight. It's going to track your progress, and it's going to suggest what you do next based on your muscle readiness. Now, this is really cool because it's going to take the guesswork out of getting a good workout in. And Tonal is the world's smartest workout that effortlessly fits into the busiest of lifestyles. And with their latest iteration, Tonal 2, you can ensure that your workout is more tailored and effective than ever. Now, I'm a big workout at home girly. Going to the gym is just like not my vibe. So Tonal is incredible. I think it's an awesome option if you just like want to get your workout done at home. Cut out that time going to and fro the gym. Like that's what would always stop me. Like I just could not stand going in the car, getting to the gym, parking. But I know that sounds lazy and you're like, aren't you going to the gym? But that part just really set me back. So I love an at-home workout. And the cool thing about Tonal is it adjusts in 1 pound increments with adaptive weights. So that goes up now to like 250 pounds, challenging even the most advanced users to push their limits. So if you want to get a Tonal at home and, you know, maybe your big, strong husband is like, what's that little thing? Don't you worry. Don't you worry. It goes up to 250 pounds. So you can also experience a full body burn with their new Aero HIIT workout. So that's going to be the perfect blend of a heart pumping cardio and strength workout. Now, the new built-in Smart View, it's cool. It like leverages a high resolution camera, and that's going to let you see yourself during the workout. It analyzes your movement. It provides like real-time coaching, just like a personal trainer. Okay. So with new drop sets, Tonal 2 analyzes your movement, senses when you're fatiguing, and it's going to drop weight until your muscles are maxed out. That's incredible. Like that is so smart. Devices that are this smart, I just can't even believe it. It's an experience that you could only get in a gym until now. Tonal is just amazing. So right now, Tonal is offering my listeners $200 off your Tonal purchase with promo code PROBABLY. That's Tonal.com and use promo code PROBABLY for $200 off your purchase. That's Tonal.com, promo code PROBABLY for $200 off.
Remember when I asked you for deodorant at your house and you thought I was going to ask you how much you pay in rent?
Yeah.
I wanted to die.
Because you're like, can I ask you a kind of strange? You prefaced
No.
it
I
really-
prefaced it really crazy.
You were
I was like, a really
it's
weird
it's
question,
a bit of a
and you
weird
do not have to
question.
answer this if you don't want to answer that.
I was
Like,
like,
what are you about to
she had
ask?
to ask me for like a loan?
Yeah.
Like,
By the way, I feel like you would have given it to me.
100%.
I was
No,
like,
100%.
because I literally never met you. Just went to your home and I realized I didn't have deodorant. We were having a long night.
Yeah,
I
it was
was
a long
spray
night.
tanned, and I was like, I was single. I was like, this is not
you're on
good.
the
I
pill.
need deodorant.
I only have the
Yeah.
natural deodorant too, of course. I have
yeah,
the
by the way,
nothing.
didn't fucking work. So.
And by the way, after that point, I buy spray deodorant just in case someone needs it in my house. I swear.
Not me making you buy toiletries for your
No,
guests.
I need. It's good. It's good.
No, and it's nice to have. And
I've
spray
always had-
deodorant
yeah.
is
Yeah.
preferred. But you know what? I did 100% when I went to the bathroom and looked through all your shit first to try to find deodorant.
That's valid, but
And
you probably
that's a
found
shared
the
experience.
would have used it without asking and then just put up, which is like really foul of me to admit that. So that's my
I
confession.
think we all do that. We look.
But there was nothing. I think. Do you have 2 bathrooms in that place? Did you?
The old place? No, there was only one, but it was.
It was just makeup.
It
There
was
was
yes,
only makeup.
because I did my makeup in my bathroom and I had all my like toiletry. I don't know why. Like
Probably
I'm
confessing
organized.
everything
Probably
right now.
I know.
Wouldn't go through
You're
your
like,
shit.
oh my god, she uses this brand of makeup. Like,
I'm like, what pills does she have in here? No. Yeah.
medicine cabinet.
That was
Yeah.
my embarrassing confession.
God, we all have confessions.
No, I think that's very real, and that we would. I mean, I don't know
I
if
was
I
a
would use
stinky
someone's
girl.
stick deodorant, but I would definitely use their sprays and concoction, like things like that.
I would have been like, I'll
Yeah.
wipe it down for you. I'm so sorry.
I
just had to have
definitely
it.
use stick on like a, you know, if
Yeah,
it
you-
had
in a
emergency, I'll be
pinch.
like,
In a-
please,
yeah.
I'll get you next
Yeah.
time. You can wipe the layer off. Did
Yeah,
someone just say
yeah.
that?
Scrape it off.
Do you still believe in spray deodorant? Because I thought you were very natural.
I do not use. I never use spray deodorant. My dad does. Weird
I
shit.
love it.
I find it gets residue on stuff. I'm a natural deodorant girly, but before I was a. People always thought this was a serial killer trait. I was a gel deodorant girly.
Oh,
Yeah, but it didn't leave marks, white
Yeah.
marks.
it's like cold.
Yeah, it's not nice.
It has to dry down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reminds me of, like
Yeah.
my dad. I feel like he uses like gel or used to use gel deodorant.
Anyways, yeah, I use natural deodorant and it works when it needs to work.
Yeah,
you know,
it does the
Nothing
job.
quite hits like a chemical, but when you need it, you need it.
Your Instagram story the other day about the ice cream bar, and you're like, no worries, it's not good humor. Shannon, I've been thinking about this since too. Like, I'm sorry, you can't even enjoy good humor ice cream bars
No,
anymore.
do you know what annoyed me? Because it was kind of shitty, and everyone was like, just so you know, red dye, and I was like, hey, well, just so you guys know, it wasn't good humor. It still tasted like kind of shit, and I was like, it was good. I will not give it a star above good.
What's
and
good
I
humor?
miss
Is
good
that a
humor.
brand?
That's like
Just
the
classic in the
you know,
gas
the
station.
ice cream truck,
Oh,
yeah,
oh,
that
that's
comes
the brand?
around. Yes,
Just your
like
classic,
you know,
nothing
Okay.
tastes better than red dye.
Obviously.
it's like pink, like it is.
But
straight up
yeah,
like a pink
everyone
ice
was
cream
sending
bar,
me
yeah.
like, "You're pregnant, red dye," and I was like, "Okay, first of all, it wasn't," and I miss it.
And I
I feel
miss
like
it.
you're
I actually
very
wish
good.
I had it.
I feel like you have very good like swaps for things. But,
We
like,
try.
That's a commitment.
It's a commitment, dude.
Do you follow Kate Davis? She's been doing lots.
Yeah,
of
I
Yes.
messaged her and told her like, don't do too much because like you'll drive yourself crazy. Like you could not
Yeah.
pry my perfume out of my cold dead hands.
When
Like,
she talked about the perfume, I was like, I'm fucked.
and there are clean perfumes. I don't want them.
What?
No, 'cause
I
they
love
hur-
my perfume.
Is it
So-
because they disrupt hormones? Is that?
It's an endocrine disruptor, but like, what the fuck isn't? My brain is full of microplastics, and I'm with child right now. So let that be a lesson
Yeah.
to all
They
of
used
you.
to smoke cigarettes. That's what I always go back to.
I-
Like,
anytime I say anything online, people are like, just remember, people smoke crack and do meth and have babies. And I'm like,
So
well,
true.
let's not.
no, that's obviously.
Let's not,
extreme.
put that bar.
glorify that.
We're not really watching
No,
those kids
no,
grow
no.
up. So
No. But I do believe
But
that
it's
my
true
parents
that-
turned out okay, and their parents were 100% smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
Can
Yeah.
confirm. So
Yeah.
like,
Confirm
yes,
on the
like-
record.
100%. My mom is a smoker, and she's like, I quit smoking for all 3 kids. And I was like, she'll actually probably hate that I'm calling her a smoker. Just so you know, she has 2 cigarettes a night, only when she's drinking.
Wait,
And
that's
that is
like
what
so
she will
chic,
tell you.
honestly, for
It is
her.
kind of chic, and she uses a really skinny cigarettes, but she'll
Oh,
die.
cute.
She'll die that I'm saying
That's
this.
a cool smoker,
She
though.
doesn't listen to my podcast, so it's fine.
more
Don't go
safe.
message
Yeah.
my mom saying she's a smoker.
Yeah.
But
Safe
yeah,
space.
she's like, I quit for all 3 of you kids during the 9 months. I was like, well, good, mom.
Thank God.
Well,
Thanks,
good.
Mom. Thanks for letting me
But
know.
she was like, none of my friends did, and I was like, okay,
So big of you.
yeah.
But
I
now
mean-
we're like, no red 40 or else.
Well, that's why you just
Yeah.
have to like take what you can. Like I just like I want to eat sushi, and right now, and I tell James this all the time, and I talked about it in the last episode of the pregnancy episode. It's about what I can chew and swallow. You know, like when you're so
Yeah.
nauseous, you can't. If sushi is what sounds good to me right now, or a deli sandwich is what sounds good to me right now, or a pack of Marlboro Reds, then I gotta fuking do that for me.
Are
Okay.
you like loving that? I feel like that would just make me so happy.
Yeah, I'm loving. No.
I would be like,
What,
oh,
like
I need
intuitive-
Chick-fil-A.
intuitive
Like,
eating, you
yeah,
mean?
just like
Like, oh,
eating
yeah.
because that's what I'm craving.
No, because I like to eat 3 meals a day, and it's all fucked. Like I can't. Like I have
you're
to
like not hungry or like you
I'm
are.
like a guinea pig. I'm some animal that's like on a class schedule, and like I get fed when it is specifically when I know I don't need to throw up. Like my time's ticking. I really have to stop eating after like 3:30.
Really?
But I finally just got a prescription for Zofran.
Oh,
Totally
yeah.
not Fran. I've heard good things.
Yeah, I heard good things too, and I'll hopefully just have enough to, leftovers that I can have some when I'm like hungover.
I was gonna say that's what
100%.
we
I think you could get it pretty
hangovers.
easy. I think it,
Yeah. Once you
No
get
guy.
pregnant, I feel like you just keep in touch with the doctor, and you're like, I'm still feeling kind of crazy after this baby.
totally.
This is so fun because your daughter's just gonna be able to like listen to this podcast
my
one day.
That's crazy, actually.
I'm obsessed.
That's crazy.
It'll
Yeah,
be a long time.
My footprint on the internet is gonna be a tough one to swallow. Like, just imagine me being like, you don't need to do that, and she's like, episode 6, season 3. Like, you literally said you did meth, Mom.
No, it's so
and like
true.
I
think
said
about that all the
by
time.
accident.
By accident,
Babe,
darling.
by accident.
Your Ibiza adventures. I
No,
feel like I
that
know
wasn't
about
even
those.
Ibiza. Ibiza, I actually did Molly. That was
Oh, yeah,
correct
I mean,
Yeah.
drug.
that's
That was nice.
that makes sense.
That
though.
was
That's
correct.
required, actually.
And that was nice. But
Required for entry to
yeah,
Ibiza.
if you're going to Ibiza, I mean,
in Tulum, you shouldn't take drugs from bathroom attendants. They do not have your best interest at heart, and that was an accident. But I thought I was doing
yeah.
Molly.
Wait, when you went to Miami, was that your baby moon or no? That was just like a trip.
No. I mean, no, that was the worst. Like, nobody could tell I was pregnant. I just looked like pudgy in my swimsuits.
Hated that.
You just like, it's crazy. Like, you don't have a belly in the morning, then you have a big belly at night. And so,
Oh yeah, I saw you posted that.
yeah, you're just like, what? But then
I
you wake
like-
up and it's gone.
I love Miami. We love Miami.
Miami's
Will you do
so great.
a baby moon? Will you do like a
Yeah,
proper
I was
baby
talking to James about this last night, and like our friends just went to Abu Dhabi, which was like
Wow. Oh my
like where they
God,
stayed
that's
was like the
chic.
coolest thing ever. And James was like, "We are not going to the Middle East."
I was
for
going to
our
say.
baby moon, and I was like, "It's sick as fuck." And
Seems a
he's
bit
like,
extreme.
He's like, "Babe, let's go somewhere in the Bahamas or the Caribbean or something." And
Yeah,
I was like, "Yeah, okay,
like
cool."
Turks or something.
My
I
friend
wanna go
Julia
there.
Havens. You guys know Julia
Yeah,
Havens? YouTube. I'm
huge.
obsessed with her. Like,
Yes.
literally everything she does, I'm like consuming.
me
I'm
up.
like her consumer. Like, I just like love everything
And
she
like
does.
Nashville too. Like
Yeah,
that's so
she's just
fun.
like the coolest. Anyway, she's on her baby moon right now in St. Bart's.
I saw that. I thought that was so
Cool.
chic of her.
I just don't know about the 3 flights to get there. It just seemed brutal.
that there's like a
that
small
tiny
plane
plane-
involved.
tiny
I've
plane.
heard.
Yeah, people are doing bachelorettes there now.
God, they'll do anything.
Expensive
Yeah.
bachelorette.
I just called all my friends this week because they were like being really sweet doing the friend thing where they were like, hey, for your baby shower, I was like, I'm gonna say
Aw.
what y'all aren't expecting me to say, but deep down will want me to say. You guys just did my 30th birthday, my bachelorette, my engagement party, my wedding shower, my fucking wedding. A couple of you guys came on part of my honeymoon, and then I got knocked up. Like, my mom's friends are gonna throw the baby shower. Okay, you guys come.
That's really
eat,
nice.
drink, be merry. You don't have to. And they're like, we don't mind. And I'm like, no. I understand because I've been there where a friend has just back to back to back. And I
Yeah.
can't help it. I can't help it that I turned 30, got married, and had a baby.
Yeah,
Like, I
you're
can't help it.
living life.
But like, I don't. That it's too much.
Yeah.
It's too
Oh,
much
that's
to
really
ask of your
nice.
friends. We've got the bachelorettes. I say this with confidence because I paid for my whole bachelorette for everyone. The bachelorettes have gotten out of control. You know what I mean? Like,
No, you're the blueprint for us actually with the Bachelorette. We're literally like, I'm pulling a Shannon Ford. Like,
I just think I
yes.
just think you should. If you're gonna ask, like, we live these really like different lives from a lot
so
of our friends.
grateful,
Like,
yeah.
a lot of my friends have like normal jobs, you know, and like to ask them to be like, because I want to go to the Bahamas and literally like blow the fucking can out of the water. Like,
Yeah.
you guys have to like put your mortgage down. Just, and it's gonna be so much fun. Can you
gonna
imagine
be
the pictures?
great.
Like, no, that's crazy. Like, if you want
Yeah.
people to do that, then you fucking pony up and pay for it.
Yeah, we were saying I feel like it's nice to just like provide as much as you can. Then they get like their
Their
flights.
flights. That's what mine
Yeah.
got. They got their
Yeah.
flights. And honestly, I felt bad for that. I was like, could you guys
No,
want
I
me to
know.
supplement? And my friends were like, stop, we're not fucking broke. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. But it was just like, yeah, I just feel like if you're going to have them at party and do all that stuff. And honestly, like, you can get collabs where you can. And do what you
Collab.
get
I
the
know.
collabs.
I feel like it's fun to like give them the experience of like a brand trip because they
That
get
was
to
what was
see
really
the-
cool.
Yeah.
We had Batch Babes come out, which was so fun. And they
So
like
cool.
set the rooms up like a brand trip. And my friends were like, do we get to keep this stuff? And I was like, yeah, for
All
sure.
for you. Room drops.
Dibs everywhere.
Yes.
It's cool.
Oh my gosh.
It was really cool.
That is so
Do you
fun.
have any
So special to
bachelorettes
do.
this year? Not that you would go, but like
Yeah, dude,
no,
what
I
is
would
the
go. I would
policy
go if
with
I had
going?
one. I would go if I had one. I just
don't think there.
I don't think I do have one.
I don't have any
If
this
you're my
year
friend
so
and you're having a
far.
bachelorette and I forgot, sorry. I don't think I do have one.
Yeah, that's good.
Or-
I mean, you would go. You would do it.
Okay, this is a giant PSA for anyone who rents. Now, your girl used to rent. I honestly rented for 10 years when I moved out, okay? And I got a lot of flack for it. People are always like, you're flushing your money down the toilet. What are you doing? And like, do not let people rent shame you because sometimes that's all you can do. It makes sense to rent. That's the phase of your life you're in. And even after I started making money, I was like, renting is what makes sense for me. But it did always bother me that people were like, yeah, but you're just paying that rent and it's going nowhere. But you hadn't heard of Built yet, had you? Because you're about to thank me. And I wish I used Built back when I was renting. So I'm going to tell you guys, do this because it's amazing. Earning points on rent is now a reality when you pay your rent through Built. So You don't even have to check with your landlord to start earning points that you can use towards flights, hotel stays, fitness classes, and even your next rent payment. So let me break it down for you, which I just said this for my little brother because he just moved out. He got an apartment. I'm like, you need to use Build. So if you are a renter, I would start taking advantage of this immediately. There's no cost to join Built. And as a member, you'll earn valuable points on rent on your everyday spending. Literally money you are already going to spend, okay? Built points can be transferred to your favorite hotels and airlines and even ones you haven't heard of. So there are over 500 airlines and 700,000 hotels and properties all around the world that you can redeem your Built points towards. Now, points can also be redeemed towards a future rent payment. That is the coolest part to me, and unique experiences that only Built members can access. So if you're not earning points on rent, my next question is, what are you doing? What are you doing? Start earning points on rent that you're already paying by going to joinbuilt.com/probably. That's JOINBILT.com/probably. Make sure to use my URL so that they know that I sent you, jointbuilt.com/probably, to start earning points on your rent payments today.
The girlies want to know, do you guys talk about timelines or marriage with your boys?
I knew
They always. That's literally the number one
They're
most
in there.
asked question.
Yeah, like they're New Yorkers. They're doing their
No.
own thing.
Yeah. I do. I mean, I could say like probably next year. Like I would say early next year is like my time.
Oh
my
you
God, you've
actually
never
gave
said
me.
that.
I'm like, wow,
I mean,
you don't
I
have
was
to say
like-
that. Sorry.
I mean, like I
did
don't
not
want
mean to make you
Shannon
say that.
gets us to do things.
Yeah, I know it's the Shannon Ford exclusive.
Yeah.
Snails. She's telling me she's gonna go.
Yeah. I just feel comfortable when I'm the guest.
I
feel
know.
so like,
No,
welcome.
it's a
I
nice
love it.
state.
Yeah.
It's a nice like step in the relationship, and it's nice to know. I also like there was a lot of discourse. Like you knew. Well, first of all, I like got married technically speaking before I got engaged. It's a whole different can of worms. But I don't think it's weird when the people are like, I knew I was getting engaged. I'm like, well, if you've been in a relationship for a while, you maybe you don't know the weekend, the time, the place, but like I don't think it's weird to be like, yeah, I knew like that it was coming.
Yeah.
Like it's nice to be surprised, of course, but like of course, like most people know it's coming because if
100.
you're in a healthy relationship,
Yes.
you have these conversations.
I mean, it's one of the biggest financial decisions.
Of course.
Like, I'm gonna say it, like, if you're Danielle and I, and obviously you're Shannon, like, it's gonna be a big financial decision. because
Yeah, of
you
course.
want what you want. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that's not coming out of surprise. At least in
No,
my
no.
life, it's not. Like, that is going to be something that's like,
yeah.
hey,
And I
want to
just
make sure. Like,
said I have to wear I've talked about this forever ago. When I was 21, 22, my best friend, all my friends have always been older than me, right? Except for you guys. And they all got married before me. They all had kids before me. And my friend Mary Carlisle, I remember she was 27 or 20, maybe 28 when she got engaged. 27 maybe, I don't know. Anyways, I was disturbed that she went with her fiance to pick out the ring. I was like,
Right, because you
wait,
didn't know.
what?
Yeah.
I was like, no. Like, I didn't say this to her because I would never. But in my head, I was like, I remember I even called my mom and I was like, I just feel so sad for her. like me, I feel so sad for her.
I
Like,
definitely used to be like that,
I could never
yeah.
imagine. I want it to be such a surprise. I didn't even have a boyfriend at the time. Like, and I was like, I can't believe she went and picked it out. I just feel so sad. When I tell you renderings, I had renderings sent to James. I was like, and by the way, you can pick the size of the diamond, but it better be all of this.
Yeah.
Like, this is it. And he was like, okay. And I was like, and from this jeweler, this spec, this, and he was like,
Here's her contact.
all right,
yeah, she just tell her you're coming and she'll set you up
Yeah.
with
yeah.
everything.
And I was
Yeah.
still surprised by the size of the diamond. That was nice. But like, no, I have to wear this for the rest of my life. I thought back to 21-year-old Shannon. That's like, couldn't be me. Couldn't imagine how sad was me. I'm like, I feel sad for her. Like,
No, I love the mom
she got
gossip sesh. Yeah.
She literally got the ring of her dreams that she picked out. Like, what she's thinking, what the fuck do you feel sorry for me for, bitch? Like,
Yeah, like, I'm thrilled.
She's 10 times smarter than like,
Yeah.
I think
She's
what
the
sucks
blueprint.
is when you like know you're getting engaged, so you like wear white that day. Like I think
I
that
know.
sucks.
Yeah.
I'm so mad because I didn't know I was getting engaged that specific day.
Yeah.
Obviously, I knew it was coming. Plus, we were literally married
boat,
before.
that was-
But
yeah.
I had on jeans. I had on these really cute jean shorts. Guys are just so fucking dumb. Like, I had on these really cute jean shorts and like a casual top that I would wear on the lake, like on
Yeah.
a boat. And he was like, "Are you wearing that?" And I thought that was so weird. It didn't throw me off like to the engagement, but I was like. Well, I was texting Taylor. He's such a fucking dick. Like, he just said
Yeah,
that my
he's
shorts weren't flattering, and I was like, because I was like, yeah, I love these. He's like, really? It's not really that flattering. And I was like, he's never even said anything like that
Yeah,
to me
you're like,
before. I
what?
was like, not you body shaming me, the fuck.
Yeah,
And I was
today?
like, yeah. And I was just like, okay. And I went and put this. It still wasn't anything fancy. It was just I had a bikini on, so I put a cover up on, but it was white. And
Oh,
so
I
everyone's
didn't even like
So
register.
everyone's like,
it.
not you in white. I was like, no, I didn't know, and you maybe change.
Also, all my cover-ups are white. Like
a lot of mine are too. Yeah.
Also,
So-
white's a lovely color.
no, I'm
So, I
talking
mean,
girls
I
in
love
white
it,
dresses
yeah.
in the garden with their heels
No,
on,
Yeah.
dressed
the
up for
TikToks
dinner.
that are like, get ready with me while I get engaged because I know I'm gonna take
Yeah,
pictures. I'm like, those are crazy.
crazy. I definitely want to be surprised in that way, and I feel like you do too.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, at least, and I'm not talking. I mean, I think we have different ideas of what we want for proposal, but I don't want elaborate. I don't want park.
I told
don't
James,
want public. I don't want.
I said if anyone is there to clap, I will seriously off myself. Like I said, if there are people around that can clap, I will fucking kill
Boat
myself.
is perfect in the middle of the lake.
Yeah. And so
with
he
close
really
friend,
took it to the next level. Although it was sweet because I was like, but like, you know, if all my family and friends were waiting there, who, you know, that wouldn't bother me. But it was
do
like
that.
Taylor and Mike pulled up on the boat after, which
That
was really
was so
sweet.
No, that's
That was
literally
nice.
perfect. That's kind of how I.
Yeah,
feel. I don't
crowd,
want to
like-
no crowd.
Has anyone ever asked to get engaged at your show?
We
No.
were just talking about this. We're like, that would be.
We
fun.
wish. One time we got asked to be there at the as this guy was going to propose to one of our listeners, which was
Yes.
really sweet.
Oh, that's cool.
And
We couldn't make it, but
we
we sent
couldn't
a
make it work.
video.
We sent a video, and we actually ended up meeting that girl, and she was like, honestly, he told me that it's better that you guys weren't there.
No,
I'm like, oh my god.
It's that yeah, because it probably would have like taken the moment away from him. And
She would've been like, oh my God.
I don't know what I'm more excited for. And then,
Exactly.
like, you aren't her real friends in real life, so she would have
Totally.
felt like she needed to talk to you, but you're also like, I don't technically know you. You should talk to your friends and your
Yeah.
family. Yeah.
It's like too exciting of a day.
Yeah.
It
It'd be too
it's-
much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
way too much going on.
Did anyone propose at your show?
No, not really the place.
I saw they did
People
for
have
the
said-
toast.
People have said, "Oh yeah, that was really
That's
sweet." But Kate, but that's just so on brand.
Yeah,
Like,
of course.
gorgy girls
Yeah.
with their pajamas of men.
Yes,
Yes.
it had to happen eventually.
Yes.
So sweet. No, I mean, a lot of people will be like, this girl said she was pregnant, but her friend that she was with, like imagine like
Didn't know.
I
that's
announced that you were
sweet.
pregnant, and she was sitting beside Brooke, and Brooke was like,
Oh, like a
it was
confession?
like, it was like, yeah, it was the. I can't even. It was the sweetest thing ever.
That's
like
so
I cried on stage.
fun.
I couldn't believe she like kept it from her friend. Her friend started crying. She started crying. I was on stage like, fuck, like this is so sweet. Yeah,
That's really nice.
It was really, really
Yeah.
I've been seeing people do this thing when they're pregnant, but they don't want to tell their friends yet, and they'll like go if they're going to dinner with their friends.
Oh, yeah.
They get to the restaurant early and tell the waiter like, when I order a vodka soda, just bring a soda water. I think that's
Oh
genius.
yeah, smart.
But like the dedication.
yeah, that would take dedication.
Yeah.
Did you have to do that at all? like,
I
not
didn't have to
really?
hide drinking. I was different from most people. I just told everyone, like not everyone,
Yeah.
but I just told my friends. Like some people say, like, oh, maybe wait until you're in your safe zone, which is like now. Like, could you imagine me not telling everyone until now? Like, couldn't be me.
Yeah, no.
Like not this loudmouth. So yeah, I most of my friends knew, but I did try to still fake stuff for the internet.
For the internet,
But like
yeah.
that even felt pointless because I feel like I've been pretty vocal about wanting to start a family and
Yeah.
have children and like and so like even that felt lame to do where I was like cheers with like a glass of
Yeah.
wine that I would like hand back to my friend. I'd be like I faked
don't
a
know why I
shot
did
for one
that.
video and I actually told Taylor don't post that. That's so fucking lame.
Yeah.
I'm like faking a shot like
So crazy.
why am I doing that? Like, I don't care.
Yeah. No, I feel like honesty is the best. It's probably hard. Like
Honesty
we're
is the
oversharers.
best
Like it's
policy.
so hard.
It's
so
really
hard.
tough. I have to get. I'm sure you guys have to navigate this too in life, but like finding the like yin and yang between oversharing and like reminding myself that like everyone doesn't have to have access to every single thought that comes through my brain, and just because
Yeah,
someone asks
the
like
balance.
what's this? I'm like, okay, how do I answer this? It's like, oh, you don't have to.
Yeah, you actually
don't have to.
We're just used to like having to answer everything.
You really don't have to. Just because someone put it in a question box, you don't have to answer it.
Yeah,
I know, because otherwise I feel like you have to make such a big disclaimer. Like, this is just me, and this is just personally
Yeah,
how
this
I
is
feel.
how
It's like,
I
no,
feel with my
literally.
life.
I've done too much of that. Like I honestly shot myself in the foot. There's so many things I wish I could take back that I'm like, why did I even fucking tell everyone that? Why did I say that? No one had a gun to my head. Why? I had my own gun to my head. Like tell them. They won't love you if you don't tell them.
It's on. I think it's because, and I mean this like in an authentic way, that all three of us like just love our peeps so much who listen.
I want to give them what they want to know, but you can never know who's.
and you
the
get comfortable.
Yeah, but it, like you have to remind yourself like not everyone's like
Right.
looking for the nicety, trying to find the nice and stuff.
They're waiting to catch your fall.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
catch, actually just watch you fall.
Totally.
Yeah.
No, I feel like it depends what part of life I'm in. If I'm like reading the tone or like context of things is like, oh, they like me, or oh, they don't.
Totally.
Like, oh, they're trying to get like bad information out of me, or
Yeah.
like, oh, they're
Yeah.
rooting for me, and I feel like it just depends. Like,
Right, I know, because
Yes.
it's like texting. Like you never know how someone actually means it.
Yes.
You just never know.
So now I almost like assume the worst, and I'm like, oh, I won't tell.
I won't
But,
say
like,
anything.
yeah,
Never mind.
That's bad.
Okay, we have to end this on the positive note. Tell me all
Yeah.
next shows coming up.
That's so nice of you. We'll
Oh,
have to
it's
do
so
that
nice.
for you too.
No, please.
As this is up,
You guys just went to Cincinnati.
Yes, we did Cincinnati. We did, depending on Texas is Houston and Dallas, but I think that might have
Yeah.
passed.
Texas shows are
Yes,
fun.
Yes.
so fun.
so
yes.
we have Irvine, California
Yes.
on April 2nd.
Ooh,
which is gonna be
fun. Where's Irvine, California?
It's like Orange
Orange
County.
County.
Orange County.
It's like our
It's
LA show.
Yes, LA is
Slay.
very
Yeah.
James loves Orange County. One of his friends lives there, and he's always like, "Orange County's so nice." And I'm like,
I
"Yeah."
haven't been there in a
Beautiful.
while. We're
I
excited.
know.
We're gonna do a LA moment. You know,
Yes.
go to Erewhon, all the things.
Oh my gosh,
And
we went. We had a car drive us. It was like what are they called? Waymo. It picked
like,
us up.
I was like, a car drive you, of course.
No,
But,
no, sorry. It was like a self-driving car, and we were in the back, and I was
so
like,
scared of those.
it was crazy. But have you seen the video recently? Did you see the video where the guy was like calling the lady? He's like, I'm in a Waymo, and it's just going around in circles, and it won't let me out. And I was like, see, that would fucking freak me out.
I did see that.
I did see
yes,
that.
and it was just like
In circle. I mean, it wasn't
yes.
doing anything crazy, but
No, it was like glitching. It was
It was
he was
glitching.
like, I'm getting dizzy in here. Like it was like he was like an older man, and he was just like, what's going on? Like, not old, not like,
no.
not
But
like
what do?
old
You
man.
can't like
men
hop
make
in
me
the
sad.
front and like take control because I don't think you can.
No,
right?
and you also like he couldn't open the door and jump out.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like in motion.
Oh my
like,
God.
what's happening?
Waymo.
Waymo.
I love
No,
that.
and then we're doing. We just moved St. Louis,
Yes.
so
'cause
we're
the
going in the
weather.
summer.
Yes,
but no
no.
weather concerns now.
June 26th, St. Louis. That'll be our last show of the tour.
Yes.
So I'm so excited. So there's only 2 more
Gals
now.
on the go. Oh my gosh, when
Woo.
is your California show?
When?
Yeah.
April 2nd.
April 2nd. Are we on tour April 2nd?
Oh
I want to go to California. We're on break. I'm going to the Gals on the Go California show.
Oh.
Maybe.
Maybe if you're not like dying of
But James would
pregnancy.
love to go to Orange County. Maybe we can make it work.
We still haven't met James in person, which is like crazy.
Oh my God, you're FaceTiming me. I showed him. I thought you guys have met.
No, I was like, it's nice to meet you.
Who is that?
No, that's right.
He's not
Yeah.
here in New York, is he?
No, he's at home.
He's working.
Oh, guys, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having
I
us
love
on.
y'all.
We
I
were so
love
honored
you.
you
We
texted
love
us. We
you.
love just
I know.
chatting.
I could be here for another 2 hours.
I know.
Same,
It's so
same.
easy.
Sorry, I don't know
Hope
if
you guys
this was
enjoyed our convo.
entertaining for you guys, or if you just felt like you were on FaceTime with
Yeah,
us.
we
But
were
either
chatting.
way, love you. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.
Bye.